What's going on? How are you? Welcome to the 411. I think you were actually scheduled to come on the 411 soon, right? I don't know if I can remember or not. I think the name looks very familiar. If you're out there on Facebook, I want to say what's up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, welcome on in to the 411 podcast. We're getting ready to get into it. Our special guest tonight, Brent, is coming in. It's Saturday. For some reason, I know it's the 22nd, and it also is, 22. But whenever today's date, I was putting two like February, so I was putting two, 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 two. So then actually after a while, okay, March, that's good. So then after a while, when I saw it, I was like, February 22nd, 22. Like that day must is going to be amazing because for some reason I just keep on, seeing twos. I was talking about this all week. I just keep seeing twos and it's crazy and it's crazy and it's crazy. So we'll see what happens February 22nd. It's going to be crazy. So what's going on? None from no place. Where are you actually calling from? So we're going to get right on into the song of the day. And I'm taking it back 1975. For some reason, I know it was David Ruffin Day a couple days ago. It was his birthday, and I played a song. But sometimes when I go through and I'm studying some of the artists and stuff, I play some of their music. And for some reason, "Walking Away from Love," I'm just been playing that song like crazy lately. And the question that I have for each and every one of you out there tonight is, are you walking away from love or are you running towards it? Because I know that that song, could be a little sad, but some of you might actually be running towards love. So walk away from love. 1975. Crazy. I wasn't even born. 1975, David Ruffin, Walk Away from Love. I just love the way he sounds in that song. And I would just love to speak to him and say, where did that come from? Now, I want to give a shout out to everybody out there. Thank you so much for coming on in. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, I don't know, TikTok, we ain't on tonight. We're going to be off for a minute. But anyway, still mad love to the people out there on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, D Live, and Twitch. If you can just go ahead and like, comment, share. Sharing is caring, right? That's what they say, right? So go ahead and share and let your friends know what we got going on inside the 411 podcast tonight. What's going on, Liz? I want to say I had a great live with Liz today from Coffee and Combos with Liz. Her podcast is amazing. Y'all go ahead and check her out. She is on Instagram right now. Coffee Combos, excuse me. That's CONVOSLIZ. Go ahead and check out Liz. She was amazing today. Great experience today. I said Jason T. Davis, what's up? I definitely want to thank you for coming in almost every single night. Leah Abraham, thank you. King Diva Lash Bar. We have Bethany Sims from California. What's going on? My brother Nate Perry from Brooklyn, New York. My sister, the Karma Paradise Queen, K. Cole. Shonda, I also want to say what's up, Shonda. Thank you so much for your love and support coming through constantly. I appreciate you. Forever Drizzle, crazy. New Orleans in the building. He's something else. Carol Cordera, she's from Florida. Thank you for the love and support on Instagram. Robert Stubblefield. And I want to give a very special shout out to my cousin Roxanne. Thank you for showing me some love. I'm not sure if you're out there, but thank you, thank you. So now, I talked a lot today about getting it together. Talked a lot about this thing called anger and rage. Some of us have had this in us, and some of us still have it in us today. So I'm here to, give you some words of encouragement for people who are still suffering when it comes to dealing with that, anger. So the question I have for you is, do you still get upset today? We're talking about today when people don't show you the same amount of love that you give them, or the same amount of love that you've given somebody in the past. Um, some people can get a little angry. Some people can get a little upset about it and take it personal. And do you make a big deal about it when someone is not showing you, reciprocating, giving you the same type of love that you give them? We could even take it down to, very minuscule things. Some people live in this tit for tat world. Well, if I do something, then you have to turn around and give me the same thing. Or what am I getting out of it? So, do you get upset when people don't turn around and they show you the same amount of love that you might feel that you are showing them? We're going to talk real deep about this whole anger thing tonight, too. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with me. I definitely do appreciate it. I have to take some time to really think too. Um, I always give credit to my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But I'm telling you, I was going through and I was looking at some of the old 411 shows, and I was like, man, if this isn't a testimony for anything right now, like God has really protected this whole thing here that we got going on, and He's amazing. That's the only thing that I just kept saying is you are amazing, because I mean I saw some of the things that I wore that I probably would not wear again. Um, I heard some of the things that I said that I probably won't say again. So it's just amazing how during all of that, during all of the storm, during all of the whole trials that I was going through, the ups and downs, even just trying to figure out, who I am and trying to figure out this whole thing, it's nothing but protection, man. Nothing at all but protection, because I was wide open like this. I was wide open for so many people to say and do what they wanted to do. So, only thing I can just say is thank you, man. Let me tell you, it's real deep. So, Ike the Alien says, I'm intrigued by the conversation so far. I'm very happy to be a guest. Oh, thank you so much. We're getting ready to get you on live. So, 411 word of the day is inertia. And I have to really say, man, I'm also, this is another thing before I get into this 411 word of the day. Another thing that I'm so grateful for is that I actually have a second chance. I don't want to, speak too much and too soon, but after all of the shit that I've been through, all of the stuff that I've been through, all of the pain, and not even just me, I need to stop, pointing it towards me. All of the pain that I've caused other people, because it wasn't always about me, and it should never always be about you. Sometimes you need to look and think about, the other person on the other end. But after all of the things that I've been through and all of the stuff that I've put people through, somebody actually came on a 411 podcast and checked me out. I invited them on and the whole thing, And long story short, I might actually have a second chance, third chance, whatever, fourth chance, whatever you want to call it, at love. And they were able to look at all of the ups and downs, the drama, the trauma, whatever, and check me out here on the 411 podcast and see. But actually understand my story and respect it, and they're okay with it. So that's amazing, because I'm not quite sure. I'm not just not that well put together yet. If I would be willing to take on a challenge with someone who has had such a rough background as myself, so I'm just keeping it real. I would be like, yeah, I got a lot of problems of my own, but yeah, I've changed, and I'm not the same. But for this person to be able to see the change and accept it and understand it, and not question, and sometimes my mind tends to go back and I just want to say thank you because you helped me stay focused. You helped me stay in a moment. We ain't talking about the past. And you remind me, like, listen, we're not even going to go too far in the future. Let's just live right here in the moment. So while we here in this moment, we're going to talk about this 411 word of the day, which is inertia. And again, I want to say thank you so much to my friend Eugenia McCall in the Bronx because this was our word. We talk on the phone and we watching a movie or something like that, and this word comes up and we go crazy. It happened again today with somebody I was speaking to. So this is the worst thing that you could possibly, from my perspective, do is just fall victim of it. And it is the tendency to do nothing or remain unchanged. And how many times have we been stuck and we've been okay with it and been cool in the same relationship, cool in the same friendship, cool on this job when you know full well that these people want nothing good for you. Just when you've been content with whatever you got going on. And it may have not been the right situation, but you just hanging on. So key word of the day is inertia. So just think back to your own life and think back now, from the past, or is this something that's still going on right now in the present? And try not to make it trickle on into the future. Tomorrow is a new day. And when you wake up tomorrow, you can go ahead and make a decision to go ahead and change. And just please don't fall victim of being stuck and unwilling to change. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Miss K. Cole from Karma's Paradise? Let's go ahead and see what we got going on with Mr. Brent in here tonight.
Hello.
What's going on? How are you?
I'm pretty good. I was looking forward to this.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, this is your second time around here on the 411.
Yeah.
Do you know exactly when it was when you came on last time?
I know it was November of 2020. I don't remember the exact date though.
Oh, so it's been a minute then. November. So you came around when I first got started, November of
Oh, really?
2020. Okay, yeah. What's up, Jetta? What's going on? All right, so what's been new with you? I know you are from Ohio, right?
Yeah. Not too much. I don't live in the same place I did last time I was on though. Moved in with my sister for a little bit.
Okay. So what part of Ohio is it?
Canton.
Canton,
I
Ohio.
was in Holmes County.
Say it again.
I was in Holmes County.
Oh, well, you're talking to somebody who knows absolutely nothing, so I'm waiting for you to
Uh,
teach me about this. So, the last time that I was in Ohio, I think I spoke about this the last time you were on. I went to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio.
yeah.
I have to
I
say,
went there. Go ahead.
how far is that from you?
Maybe. I know it's probably a 2 hour drive. I went there in eighth grade. If anyone from Ohio was watching and went to Massillon Middle School, that was field trip in eighth grade. Yeah.
So that's crazy. I guess you're not an amusement park person.
No, I just honestly just hasn't been a focus funds wise, but I would like to go. I just haven't
Hmm.
really,
I
went.
don't I don't know if anybody has ever been to Cedar Point. I don't know if there's anybody out there who loves amusement parks and roller coasters and crazy stuff like that because I do. And I actually um, signed up for, I guess, this group. I forgot what it's called, but you travel the world and you ride roller coasters. That's how crazy I was when I was actually in school. But needless to say, I never did any of the traveling. But I will say that Cedar Point is one of the best amusement parks that I've been to as far as roller coaster wise. I don't go by, you know, I basically go by how many roller coasters they have and are they good and all of that great stuff. And
Yeah.
it is like a mini Six Flags. What is the one in California? I don't know what the one in California is. I forgot it, but um, it's pretty good. What is it? 13 roller coasters or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
anyway, all right. So we gonna get off of that. So what else is good in Ohio?
Honestly, anyone who lives in Ohio would be like, it's Ohio, it's boring. But it's not the worst place to live.
Well, they have this great place that I saw out there called Steak and Shake.
Oh yeah,
I have
that's probably
never seen
there maybe
anything
one.
like it. And when I saw it, I lost my mind. Everybody in my whole family, we just kept eating there all day.
Where are you from
I'm from
exactly?
I'm from New Jersey.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Yeah, good old New Jersey. Shout out to
Yeah.
all of the people on the Northeast now dealing with these crazy cold temperatures. How cold is it where you're at?
Uh, that's 23 right now, but on my computer has it updated for hours. Oh no, yeah, 23. It was like 4 degrees last night, so -4 actually. So,
See, I can't take that. Oh man, I can't put up with that. So,
yeah.
so you make music, you're a producer, all that great stuff. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I kind of, well, I started a YouTube channel when I was 14 because I've seen people like PewDiePie or whatever doing gaming. And around the time I was 17, 18, I started like really figuring out what I wanted to do, making music, that kind of thing. I just started like studying music like Eminem. Like I know pretty much every one of his songs he's ever put out, not word for word, but
You,
yeah, I was in like senior year, and I don't know, I was bored, wanted something for to do with my time, and I kind of never stopped.
I want to back up a little bit. You said you like Eminem, you study him. Would you say that you are, like a just a regular fan or like a number one fan?
Number one, he's not like the only rapper I love either, though.
You said you are like the number one fan of Eminem, or just
Maybe so, maybe he's not number one. I don't know. No, for sure, I do love his music.
well, do you know all of his songs by heart?
I know it started with Infinite. It
No,
wasn't some shady up.
no, I mean, do you know all of his lyrics and stuff and his songs
Like
from
words.
top to bottom?
Mm, let me put it this way. I know every word to like. Okay, well, my favorite. Not every word, no, not every single song, but I know every word to Rap God.
Well,
Lose yourself, real some shady without me.
well, I know
Yeah,
that
I mean, I know you.
I'm trying to help you a little bit because I know that you are a rapper. You're into music. One of the best ways to perfect your craft is if you study somebody else and you see how they
Oh
do
yeah,
things. So that's the only reason why I was asking.
someone I've studied a lot more is Logic.
Who is it again?
Logic, he's a rapper as well.
Okay. What else? What are some other people? I'm just trying to figure out.
Mac Mill, Hollywood Undead, they're not, they're kind of rap. Those would be my main inspirations: Logic, Hollywood Undead, Eminem. Of course, I like NWA. My favorite member is probably
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar. I love his music. I'm trying to think.
So, what do you think?
Juice WRLD, I do love Juice WRLD music.
Mm.
Um,
So, what
yeah.
do you think it is lineup for the Super Bowl? A lot of the people that you named, you know,
Oh
uh,
yeah, I saw that. I saw that Eminem posted and added for it on his Instagram. I watched it last night. It was pretty cool
so
for sure.
are you amped up about it?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch football, so
Well,
but no, it's definitely cool. Cause has Eminem ever been on the Super Bowl? I'm not
I think
sure.
I think this is a first for Eminem to be on the Super Bowl, but I mean, I'm just thinking about the lineup. Period. I mean, as long as
Yeah,
I've been,
Dr. Dre's in it, Mary J. Blige. There was a couple others.
here on this earth, I've never seen nothing like this here. So this is history in the making, and I can't
Yeah, for sure.
can't wait to see it. So
Yeah,
even
especially the pop movies and stuff they have.
so, are you going to watch it, or you're not even going to be a part of it because you don't do the whole football thing?
I mean, when is the Super Bowl?
Well, you are cracking me up because
I'm sorry.
I'm about to get
Oh,
ready. You're making me laugh because listen, I may not be into football all like that, but I will tell you all out there and everybody know that my girl Mary J. Blige is going to be on the Super Bowl, so I don't give a damn what it is. I'm checking it out no matter
oh
what. I don't care.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm right there. That's funny.
Even if I don't tune in, I'm sure there will be like videos afterwards, and I'll be checking out and stuff like
Nah,
that.
see, I couldn't do that. I don't see. I have to stop you. I don't think you're a real, true number one Eminem fan then,
Well, I
because
don't know. It just depends on how busy I am that night. You know what I mean?
nah. So
But
you can
I
tell
don't
me.
know.
I'm just
I
messing with
do.
you,
Yeah.
but you got a big
Maybe I
team.
should tune in then. Maybe I should tune in.
But it is February 13th.
Okay. So yeah, it's something in a way.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was.
couple weeks. It's gonna be amazing. All right, so
No.
I want to go down memory lane a little bit. When did you discover that you wanted to be at what age?
Well, I mean, I've always kind of been an artist. I started drawing or doodling even when I was like 4, and drawing is what I've always loved to do. But then making music, I don't know, it's just fun. Right? It's a good way to write down my thoughts without anyone else judging what I have to say or talking back. You know what I mean? I can just kind of get it out without the filter.
So you mean in a moment, right? Without people judging you in a moment, because once they hear it,
I mean,
then they're going to be able to give you the type of
no, kind of, yeah, kind of, yes. It's
now.
just like bottled up thoughts, that kind of thing. That it's hard to talk about. You know what I mean? Or even I don't even have all serious songs. I have songs I have fun with too. I mean, yeah.
Are you prepared for, let's say you wake up tomorrow, right? And you have, you know, 5.5 million, followers or whatever you call it. Would you be prepared for all of that success and be prepared for some of the criticism and the haters that come behind it? Have you thought about your craft that way?
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely deal with the criticism. Honestly, it'd be the like not that I don't want to be famous. It's just dealing with that would be quite quite eventful at first. You know what I mean? But it's definitely something I wouldn't mind happening. It'd be nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because when you take the good, you're gonna take the bad too. So it's gonna
Oh
come
yeah, for
one way or the
sure.
other.
I've
Um,
already gotten criticism, so I don't really care. Right? It's not like I don't support. So
so you
yeah.
said you received some already, and you just let it roll off. Was it anything that you?
Just people. I mean, nothing. The occasional comment here or there. I just kind of report it to YouTube and get rid of it. I don't really give a. But once I get so many comments, it's not like I can stop them. So
I know that actually. Some of that nonsense actually happened to me this week, and I was a little disturbed behind it. But I was like, it's just a comment. It is what it is. But
no, I
I
feel
thought
that.
about it. I said, wow. So can you imagine? Because I see what they do to other people, and that's why I said, we have been protected here on the 411 podcast because, you know, I have been open for criticism since day one. But they do people dirty. They do people way dirty with some of the comments and stuff. So when you have thousands of comments that are mixed with both negative, positive, and whatever, some of it's just BS out there. You can't control and you can't block and you can't stop all of that stuff all at once. So sometimes you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, for sure. make YouTube channel. I don't know, he tells a lot of criticisms. That's what's kind of taught me to be like, you can't stop it. I got bullied as a kid, but I also have people who give me constructive criticism, so I know what they into mind. You know what I mean?
Do you think that, the bullying and stuff has shaped you to want to become an artist? Or you think that,
Definitely. Like I would draw Spider-Man all the time in class, and people would make fun of me for it. Maybe not everyone was intentionally being mean, but there was always that one person who was like, "Oh, yeah, this is stupid," but it's not like I stopped. Yeah.
so would you say that Spider-Man is one of your favorite superheroes?
That's an understatement for sure.
So you think that he's the best, right? We've had this discussion before as far as who's your favorite and superhero. So you think that Spider-Man is the best?
Yeah, just for the relatability aspect of it.
Hmm. I,
Like
I, I have to
anyone can wear the mask, I think.
I have to pick Batman for some reason, and I just stick with that.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
Dark Knight's a great movie.
All right.
With prizes.
So the mixtape is called Mood.
Yeah.
So now talk to me about selecting the title for that. What made you come up with Mood? Where'd that come from? Did we lose him? Because I don't hear him. You still out there? We might need to call him back. What's going on, Lacey? How you doing? Where are you calling from? Something happened to his call. Let's go ahead and try to call him back. Thank you so much, people out there on Facebook. Thank you to the people out there on Instagram if you're still out there. We might have lost him.
The text now.
We'll try it one more time. It's been a minute since we lost somebody. Maybe his phone died. That could be a possibility.
The text now.
Well, that's a first. Looked like his phone died or something happened. So anyway, we're gonna continue to rock and roll. I want to say thank you so much for hanging out there with me tonight. I see a few of y'all out there. We're gonna get right into these burning questions right here tonight, and maybe he'll pop up somewhere or the other. So, talked about anger and rage a little bit earlier today when I was talking to Liz on Coffee and Combos with Liz. Again, awesome individual. Y'all go ahead and check out her podcast. And, we did an Instagram live today at Coffee and Convos. That's with an SCONVOS and LIZ on Instagram. Go ahead and check that out and watch the replay. It's great. So now, speaking of anger and rage, some of us have been delivered from our anger and rage. And a lot of it is because of, at least speaking from my direction, sometimes your environment is not where it needs to be. It's not up to standards. Maybe and when we talk about environment too, it could be the people that you're around, your surroundings. A lot of that can trigger anger and rage because maybe you are not living right within self. Maybe you're not, keeping it real with self, and you have so many different influences from the outside pushing, pulling, tugging you in different directions. And because of that, maybe your energy levels have just been spent. And from there, you come short with people. You can be angry. You can have an attitude. You can come across as being a little, gruff. So um, that's where probably some of my. Oh, your phone is fine. I don't know what happened. We tried to call you. We'll try to call you back again, but that's where some of the anger and rage, used to come from my aspect. So here's the thing: you could be fine 1 minute, right, and be in your happy place and in a positive place, and then you can go and get around something that is not right. Maybe you feed off of people, and you see, poor energy levels and negativity might be rising, and then from there, you know your attitude changes, it shifts. So you can go from being happy when you're around these people. I'm gonna call you back in a minute, and then you can go into a new situation and feel a little. Maybe it's a person that you're around. Maybe it's the place, the environment that you really don't feel comfortable with. But when you realize that there are these trigger points. This is important. When you realize that there's trigger points, you go from happy, you go from sad, you go from up, you go from down. Some of these people are called energy vampires. You know, you go from being up here, and then you interact with this person, and then by the end of the day, they sucked you dry and you down there. So when you know that you have some trigger points, what do you do to fix the situation? How have you fixed the situation? Have you been in this point? Have you been in this situation where you've had some, you know, moments where you were triggered? Maybe it's a certain individual. Like I said, maybe it's a place that you go to that reminds you of something of the past, and it just takes you on a whole trip. So, what do you do, or what have you done to correct that situation? I'm gonna call him back and see what's up.
Hello?
All right. Not sure what happened, but you're back.
Yeah, either. That was odd.
Yeah. So we tried calling you back a couple times, but that's good.
Yeah, I tried calling you. I think that might have been why I didn't connect. I don't know.
Now we can back up. And I just asked him the burning question, which I'm going to ask you again, but we're going to back up a
Yeah,
little bit. And I want to talk about mood because that might tie into what I was talking about. You get around certain people and they make your attitude change, or the vibes change. You get a bad vibe off of this person and it puts you in a different spot. So let's talk about your mixtape. It's called Mood. How did you come up
oh
with that name?
yeah. Well, it's kind of about like the mood of making music, but
Mm,
that's not a bad insight because like there's certain songs that are about certain people that cause me to get in that mood to write about it. You know what I mean? So,
good, bad,
but
and different. What type of
good
feelings?
and bad, but that's why I'm trying to use music as a productive way to deal with or whatever I may want to talk about.
So I'm just trying to figure this out. When you're speaking about good stuff, of course, it's happy stuff. I think you have about 20 tracks, right? 24, something like that.
23.
So are you writing mostly good stuff, or are you writing mostly bad, or is it like in the middle, half and half, 50-50?
I'd say it starts off in the middle. Hold on, let me load up my track list so I can kind of get a better idea.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What I was going to say. Find it. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, it's kind of in the middle. It gets a little like depressing around the middle of it, but by the end, it kind of brings it full circle with more positive songs and oh, there's 26 songs actually. I realized. Yeah, yeah, it's most songs in general, like they'll start talking about the issue, but by the end, I try to have some kind of positive resolution to it.
So what issues are we bringing up during this
Um,
mixtape? What are we gonna hear?
things, things to do with family, personal issues, pride, ego, um, that kind of stuff. of thing. Just typical shit that may weigh on a young man's mind.
That could be a lot. That could be a whole bunch of things. So, get some track title names that are most memorable to you.
You mind if I just kind of go through and list them all?
Sure, yeah, we could stop, and I'm sure I'm gonna stop you because I'm all about titles and tracks and stuff.
Yeah,
So.
I'll give you the general idea.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is called Aquarius 4. It's a reference to a Logic album. Not Dark Fantasy, it's funny. There's a few things. The Logic album is the incredible true story. There's this story throughout the album about these guys, Thomas and Kai, flying on this ship called the Aquarius 3. So it's a reference to that.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd have to listen to the song to get more because it's adds some samples and stuff like that. 21st Century Schizoid Rap. It samples Power by Kanye and also Warm It Up by Logic to make a pretty dope beat. It's 21st Century Schizoid Man. That's the sample in the original song Power, if anyone here knows that. Yeah, and it's just called Rap because that's the title. Yeah, 21st Century Schizoid Rap. It's a reference to that. Feeling Myself is pretty good. It's kind of an egotistical one, but it's just kind of having fun, full of bars. And I'm not going to name the samples, but if you can figure out how I made the beat, good on you. Because it's a pretty good beat. Soul Food 3 is a reference to Logic, Soul Food, and Soul Food 2. It's 8 minutes long. It uses both of the beats, and it's really about personal stuff with my family, about like struggles and stuff like that. I don't want to get too into it, but it talks about stuff to do with my sister and her kids and stuff like that.
Because now on a lighter note, I was getting ready to ask you, do you like soul food? Because that's the title of the track. So that was my.
Oh yeah, that's basically, it's supposed to be soul food. You know what I mean?
So speaking of soul food, what's some of your favorite? Have you tried it? Or have you not?
Elaborate. What are you talking about?
So you haven't tried soul food. That's why I was asking you. There is soul food, like how you have Mexican food, you have Chinese food.
Yeah.
There's soul food. So have you tried it?
Oh, I have not. I didn't know you were talking about literal food for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were
That's why I said on a lighter note. I know you were talking about something heavy about family and stuff, and then I thought about the title of the track. You called it Soul Food 3, right? So
yeah.
From there, I was asking you if you tried soul food. So
no, I got you.
I would highly recommend you trying it. Good old Southern, you get some fried okra. Have you ever tried that before?
Fried okra, is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Some fried catfish.
Yeah. I think I've had catfish once or twice in my life.
And of course, I'm sure you've had fried chicken before.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. So, those are some of the things that you might find. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Anyway, so move on.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk about maybe 3 more.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 3. The song Christian Dior Runaway, it's a mashup of 2 Kanye songs, Christian Dior Denim Flow and Runaway. It's all about women. It's kind of like a somber love letter to past girlfriends, that kind of thing, moving on, trying to figure out exactly what it means to have a woman in your life, that kind of thing. And yeah, I'm going to talk about one more. Mm-hmm. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Reality is a reference to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, the album by Kanye, and it's full of samples. It's 9 minutes, and I gotta say, I consider it to be a masterpiece because it doesn't stop. It doesn't skip a beat about anything I talk about in it, and I'm just
What
really proud of the way it came together.
what is it called again? Because that's a long name.
My beautiful dark twisted reality.
My beautiful, dark, twisted reality, and it's a 9-minute song.
Yeah, roughly.
Interesting. Okay. So the whole producing thing, I know we were talking a little bit before. I was telling you about, back in the day, if I wanted to do any type of recording or anything like that, I would have to go into the recording studio, pay time and book and all that great stuff. Nowadays, people still do go into the recording studio because there's certain things you can do there that you can't do at home. But most people have these homemade, recording studios, and man, some of the music that comes out is crazy. That's even recorded from people's cell phones. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, how did you learn how to do all of this stuff when it comes to producing and making beats and the samples that you use?
Honestly, there's this one program I use called Sony Vegas Pro.
Hmm.
It's a video editing software, but I mean, it works. I just, like, maybe I find a random drum beat that I want to put with something else. I just place it on audio track 1 and audio track 2, and you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, I've been using the program since I was 14, ever since I started YouTube, and it just works very well. And yeah, so it's a good program.
So I know you said you do sampling and stuff. Have you ever come across any issues with people saying you sample my stuff and I either need credit for it or?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, because it's free music, so it's not like I'm gonna get in trouble for using a lot of stuff, but I can't get paid for it,
Hmm.
which is why I would like to get my name out there so I can, you know, and maybe actually get paid for what I do.
Hmm.
I don't know.
So now,
Sorry,
is
I lost track there for a second. My brain
now
just
that's
left.
cool. So now, would you say that this music and the producing, was this considered one of your hobbies, or is this something that you're going after full throttle?
It's a hobby, and if I have the opportunity, I don't know. I don't know. I want to go at it through full throttle. Like
Hmm.
I kind of do, but I also gotta like survive. I gotta have like a 9 to 5, that kind of thing. I don't know. I would love to do it for a living, just make art and follow my passions, but it's really hard to get your name out there.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I understand what it's like when you got to hustle 2 and 3 jobs to make it work. Um, so, what do you currently do, if you don't mind telling us? What type of job do you do?
Um, well, like I said, I just moved. Well, actually, about a month and a half ago at this point.
Mm.
Right now, well, my car's down, but I was grab hubbing, and there's this place that's over. I'm getting a little bit of hours at. And yeah, I haven't actually found an actual job yet, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm never not gonna have money. I will never let myself not have money. If that makes it clear,
I
I gotta
know.
contribute something every day.
I know a lot of people have decided to work for themselves, basically. And I know that you work for certain corporations, but when I say work for yourself, meaning with very little supervision, so Amazon delivery drivers, um, like you said, Uber, Grubhub, even
Yeah.
shopping for people in a supermarket. What is that called? There's certain apps and stuff.
DoorDash, I think,
That's one of
or
them.
yeah, wait, no, that would be restaurants. I'm not sure
No, there's.
actually.
I think DoorDash actually does go into stores and pick up stuff for you. They can do late shopping for you as well. But
Oh,
there's something else. I can't think of the freaking app where they go into grocery stores for you. It slipped my
yeah,
mind just that
I
quick.
know.
But anyway, a lot of people are opting to do that rather than being hounded by, a boss in a workplace.
Yeah,
I don't know if you had any insight on that versus working by yourself or working in a building or in an office or something like that.
I worked at a pizza parlor for about 5 years when I was in Holmes County. I did have two jobs for a fat minute, about a year. Then I quit the one because I was about to move, and
Mm.
yeah, that was at a truck washing place. I was just washing some of my trucks.
I
Yeah.
figured out. I figured out what it's called. Instacart. There you go.
Oh,
Have you
interesting.
heard? Have you heard of that before?
I'm not,
So apparently,
but
Instacart, you sit at home and you uh, make your list, and people will drop it off to your door, all of your groceries and
yeah.
stuff like that. All right, so um, your YouTube channel. How can we find you on YouTube or any other social media platform that you're on?
Well, it's Ike the Alien for both Instagram and YouTube. No spaces. IKETHEALIEN. If you, it shouldn't if I search, but caps on each word if you really want to.
Now,
But yeah.
I think I asked this last time, but it's been a minute since you've been on. How did you come up with the name Ike the Alien? What does that mean? What's the meaning behind that?
Um, the alien part is just more recent thing, past couple of years. I started using that like gaming tags and stuff. But Ike actually originates from, well, me and my dad have the same name, so I got the nickname Ike from the character Ike on South Park. Kick the name.
Now I
Yeah,
remember. Yeah, oh, that's funny.
yeah.
Now I'm going to take it to a whole nother level too. So Ike,
Okay.
I understand where Ike comes from. South Park, I get that. Um, do you believe in aliens?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not no. Oh, let's go find the UFO. But no, I definitely believe there's got to be something else out there.
Do you think that they look like what they have been portrayed on TV and stuff like that in movies?
Yeah, just the gray, black eyes. That I don't know. It'd be funny. It'd be funny if they looked that basic.
You said you you making me laugh. You said it would be funny.
Yeah, if they just look like the South Park alien.
I don't think seeing an alien for me would anything would be funny about that.
No, I mean just like if they looked very basic, like on South Park, just the basic alien head shape type thing.
Hmm.
It would just be yeah, interesting. I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't actually be funny, but yeah,
I recently watched like South Park for like they had a marathon. They have it all the time, but I just sat there and I watched it and caught up with a lot of stuff. And I had a conversation with my friend. I said, you know what? Between South Park and The Simpsons, first of all, they have been around since God knows when. I mean, I remember when I was younger and The Simpsons was just coming out. So we talking,
yeah,
I don't know, it's a long time.
89 or 90. It's one of those
I was
years.
going to say over 30 years. Something is crazy.
No,
So
32, season 32, most recent.
the two cartoons, because I love cartoons, that have been around for a very long time. I don't know when South Park started, but that was
97.
when was it? 97.
97.
Okay, I knew it was
Yep.
something like that. Um,
Technically 1995, but yeah,
when you
at
watch
all.
when you watch all of these cartoons and these two shows specifically, there's some truth behind some of this stuff that's on there.
You
Mm.
mean like Simpsons predicting a lot of stuff? Is that what
Mm,
you're kind of saying?
yeah, and then my question is, how does that happen? How does something like that happen?
I don't know.
Time and time again, not once, not twice. I
Dumb
mean,
luck. But it's just time and time again, right? It's just so consistent. I don't know.
what did you say? You said luck is what Creed
I
said.
said maybe dumb luck, but like you said, it's time and time again. It's weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Dumb luck over and over and over and over and over again, and people make all types of YouTube videos and show you what's happening.
Right, conspiracy theories and stuff.
I mean, I don't know. A little strange. South Park has a
Yeah.
way of doing it to where it's like, oh, okay, I got you. It seems like The Simpsons hide stuff a little bit to where people have to go back and remind you and show you and make videos behind it. But South Park, they just outright they put it out there.
Yeah, they do. I'm pretty sure they won awards for like getting all their information so correct.
I mean,
It's pretty
I, if you
impressive.
want to learn something in a humorous way, watch South Park. You'll.
Yeah.
I know it's not everybody's thing, but man, you get some.
It can be gruesome or well, crude, I mean, but it's a very smartly written show. That's why I love it. I've seen the whole series 3 times. Some of
Now,
my favorites.
I know we had this conversation before, but we'll go ahead and do it again. What is your most memorable episode from South Park where you were like, I cannot believe they just did that? Last time you were on, I think I got in trouble because you must have played something from South Park, or either I did. And remember, I told you days later, months later, years later, you can still have backlash from playing something that you shouldn't play. So either you did it or I did it. I don't know, but in any case, I got some backlash from it when we were talking about South Park. So what is your most memorable episode where you're like, I can't believe they did that? Oh my god, I think we lost them again. We lost them again. I don't know. You said there's nothing wrong with your phone, but I don't hear you out there. Must have dropped them. Well, in any case, I don't know. He might come back on, but we're up against the clock anyway. So back to the burning question that I asked, and then we can go ahead and get on up out of here. But when you know that you have trigger points, when you know certain people trigger things in you that are not good, it is what it is. It happens. You may be stuck in a situation to where you have no choice, and it's unfortunate for those people out there. What's going on, Bella Lips? How are you? Where are you calling from? Unfortunately, you might be stuck in a situation where you can't get out. But when you know that certain people cause you to flip that switch and become a different person, I call it trigger points. Anger and rage. Just be in the presence of somebody. I know my friend would say, "Why do you look like that?" And somebody would ask her, "Why do you look like that?" She would outright tell him, "Your presence is bothering me." Like she had no problem telling people, "Your presence bothers me." Now, if I had that in me, what she has, if I had that in me back in the day, I probably would be no joke if I was able to just tell somebody, you know what, I'm really not feeling you. Your presence is bothering me. Like it would be crazy. Nowadays, whenever I feel that there's those triggers where somebody make me feel uncomfortable, or I don't let people get me angry anymore. I don't let any rage take over or anything like that. But if I feel that somebody's energy levels are just not right and they're not standing up to the standards that I would appreciate, I basically remove myself from the situation. And I guess that's the thing to sum it up when it comes to anger and rage. What are some things that you do to, back away from it and break free from it? And one of the things that I do is I basically take responsibility for myself, because I have to take responsibility for myself and remove myself completely clean away from it. Because if you make me feel a certain way, this ain't gonna work. I don't care if it's a friendship or whatever, but if every time I come around you and I feel a certain way, this thing right here is not gonna work. We gotta do something about it. What's going on? How are you? Thank you for joining. I always, when I want to call you, I'm not even gonna do it because I'm so bad with names. I don't want to mess it up. But I see you out there. Thank you for joining, Sean. Sean Tire is probably wrong. And I know you were on the show. Please don't get upset at me because I can't remember everybody's names, but that's why I said I wasn't going to do it. But thank you for joining if you're still out there. I think you're coming back on the show pretty soon. So, for those of you out there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, well, not TikTok, not tonight, but I keep just so used to saying all of these things over and over again. We have actually been banned from TikTok for about a week. So, I think Thursday we'll be back on TikTok. King Jupiter said some stuff that was not right, and we got kicked off. He was off the chain. So, that was a crazy interview. Go ahead and watch that replay. He was on Thursday. So because he did and said what he said, we won't be back on TikTok until Thursday of next week, probably. But anyway, if you're out there on these social media platforms, Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch, click that link above all of my social media platforms and go inside of Remix Journal and you can purchase my new book, My Inspirations Volume 1.5, The Liberation Remix Journal, a 30-day transformational journey towards a healthier mindset. And like I was speaking about anger and rage, you're going to get some of these stories inside of, Volume 1.5. I'm basically sharing some of the past things that I've been through and I'm giving it to you just straight up. This is the type of situation. This is what I felt about this. Let me go ahead and write and, give you, the real deal behind it. So I give you the past. And then I'm also letting you know where I'm at here today in my life. And then I also leave it up for you to go ahead and write your destiny, write your future because it is a journal. So a 30-day transformational journey towards a healthier mindset. And of course, I have to thank my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give you all the 411 podcast one more time in life. This has been an amazing process, an amazing, it has been a challenge as well. And it all works together, and I'm just so thankful to still be here and still see people show up and give love the way you do. And I'm just trying to go ahead and pour back and give you what I need to give you each and every time that I come out here. And I just want to say thank you. So now tomorrow I believe we are going to Texas if I can remember. So I have my girl Danielle coming from Posh and Pretty Brow Bar. I learned with her business name that I have to just say it very slow because to try to say it fast, that ain't gonna work. But Danielle will be here tomorrow, all the way from Texas, with her business, Posh and Pretty Brow Bar. Amazing individual. I can't wait to get caught up with her and, find out how much her growth has been. This is a woman who hustled two jobs. She had her current job that she has now, Posh and Bar. Plus, she worked in an office for somebody else or something that she did. And then she continued to do both and push through to eventually she was able to just break free from her 9 to 5 job and continue to work for herself, be an entrepreneur that she is. So I love these type of stories because what great way it is to, be able to break free and finally say, yes, I'm working for myself and I'm doing it for me. It's that persistent, it's that time after time after time, it's putting in the work. And, she has a great concept, great business. And, we're going to hear more from her tomorrow, right here on the 411 podcast. Thank you all so much. Take care. And I will see y'all tomorrow, 10 p.m. Take care, y'all. Have a good night. And also, Brent, Ike, I'm not quite sure what happened, but I'll catch up with you later. Take care, y'all. Have a good night. Good night.